Hi guys, it's Raven. Welcome back to the Nest. What I will be doing today, do not get confused, it's not July, it's definitely August. I will be not really checking in, I will be setting up my August 2021 budgets. If you are interested in seeing that, stay tuned. Alright, so for any returning viewers, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back and for all of the love and support that you all show me in the comments and just by coming and the views and all of that. If you are a new viewer, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. We would love to have you. You are much appreciated as well. So why I have this no buy July situation sitting here, I did want to briefly, I don't want to touch all the way into July because I don't want this video to be super long, but I did just want to touch in on this portion of July. If you all may remember, I created this particular printable at the end of June and I was going to use this for no buy July. So what's on the back here, it just sort of gives an explanation over what no buy July is, and then I have these 3 boxes here that you were able to kind of fill in, and I may zoom in. You know what, let's just go ahead and zoom in here a little bit. Okay, so this first box was, what is your motivation? Essentially, why were you doing no buy July? And for me, I wanted to reset my spending habits, just kind of to set me up for success for the remainder of the year. That was my reason for doing no buy July. And then here listed out what your temptations were. I just feel like with temptations, you should hit them head on and address them and not try to act like they don't exist. So I wrote down my temptations, which for me, it was hair products, makeup, planner supplies, and eating out. Those are my 4 temptations. So, and then we're going to go to how I did. But first, I want to show you the kind of monthly situation that I made. This is the second page of this. And it just had 2 quotes here, which I felt were appropriate for the situation. And down here, it's just a calendar where I was able to mark off if I was successful for that day or if I was not. I'm very pleased to say that I only had like 3 days where I did not make it. And I do have over here on the how you did section, well, how did you do, there is a box down here at the bottom that says how did you do, and I'm going to kind of go over what happened on these 3 days. How did you do? And I have here 3 days out of 31 where I caved, but they were not major expenditures. I went to the movies once, and it wasn't a date. Typically when it is a date with a significant other, he typically always pays, whether it's paying for the food, the movie tickets, whatever. I never have to pay. So that's why you usually don't see that kind of stuff budgeted in for me, because I usually never have to pay for dates and stuff like that. But I mean, I do go out with friends every now and again, which is why I have my like my food budget, because I just pull from that to pay for my particular meal, whatever. So I did go to the movies by myself because I wanted to see a movie that he necessarily didn't want to see, but I went and saw it. So I paid $8 for a matinee ticket. I went in the middle of the day. I didn't go at night or nothing like that. So the ticket was relatively inexpensive, but still, it was not a necessity, but it was something that I wanted to do, and I wanted to treat myself. So I did go to the movies, and I took snacks and stuff that I had at the house already and took my own bottle of water. Thank you. Next, vitamin restock. Vitamins for me are, they're kind of a necessity, they're kind of not, but I do take vitamins because I feel like they enhance my well-being and living. So I went ahead and purchased some extras of vitamins. I didn't need them because I wasn't really running low on them, but there was a sale on the particular vitamins that I do use, and it's rarely ever a sale, so I wanted to take advantage. It was like a BOGO kind of thing, buy one get one free. Then I purchased a new SD card for my camera. And I'm gonna say this was the business expense, and this is the one that I made out of frustration. Now the SD card that I have been using pretty much since I first started my channel is this one here. Of course, the one that I purchased is in the camera right now, but this is the one that I purchased, and I can't remember how many gigabytes this one is. It may be like something like 28 or something like that. It's one of the lower ones, whichever is like maybe the lowest one that you can get. Well, maybe the lowest, because I think they have some that's like 3 gigabytes and for all that. But this one I think is like maybe 28 gigabytes or something like that. And I would have days where I would need to bulk film. I don't bulk film a lot, but sometimes like on maybe on a Monday, I will go ahead and film, like say Monday, and then I may film the video that I'm going to post on Wednesdays. And then sometimes I'm feeling really good. I will post Monday, I will film the video for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, all on Monday, if I'm feeling good. And I noticed that a lot when I was doing all of the videos for last month, like the Budget Beginner series, and then this and then that. And the problem I was running into was that I was running out of memory on the card as I was filming. And it was just very annoying because I would have to stop filming, take the card out, move the stuff onto my computer, and then, you know, erase it from the card, put the card back in the camera, then restart filming again. And it just became a pain in the you-know-what. I think it has like 136 gigabytes, I believe. Either way, I think I paid like $50 for it. It was actually on sale because I think it cost like $60-something and it was on sale, and I got it for $50-something. So I got it on sale. I won't say that. I got it on sale. And then I used an Ibotta gift card and got cash back from it as well. So, can you really say I caved? But I did resist some urges, and I want to throw these in there. I resisted several urges. There were some new hair care lines that came out. Well, not like new lines, but there were brands. Well, yeah, lines. Like there were already established brands, and they came out with new lines, like new products. And I wanted to purchase those. I had temptations to overspend on food because there were many, many days in July that I did not feel like cooking. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go eat. I resisted that urge a lot, and I did stay in budget for food in the month of July, which was amazing. Then we have planner stuff. Erin Condren launched a Star Wars collection in July, and I was quite peeved at that because I was like, they are not going to keep. I was like, I really hope they keep these in stock until August, because I really wasn't making lists of things that I wanted to buy, because I just felt that was, well, I won't say I just felt it was dumb, but I was like, I'm not going to keep lists of stuff that I'm going to buy. I'm just, you know, I'm just going to try to resist urges when I can, and that's what I did. But the Erin Condren Star Wars collection was definitely something I said, August 1st, I'm making a purchase. And August 1st, I did make a purchase. I haven't gotten my stuff yet, but I did make a purchase on August 1st for the Star Wars collection, and I'm just waiting for that stuff to get here. Anyway, long story short, I had 3 days where I caved, and I felt like my caves were somewhat justified. The movie ticket, maybe, but I feel like my caves were justified, and I think in the grand scheme of 31 days for a whole month and only caving 3 times, I think it was a success. Alrighty, so let's get into August. So I've already went in and kind of laid out what bills go where, because I tend to do this like usually mid of the previous month. So I had already set this page up like mid-July, because, you know, things do happen. And I think I mentioned in one of the Budget Beginner series that it's always best to budget 2 months at a time. Now, when I'm setting up 1 month, like I'm not setting up August and September like today, but what I will do kind of like maybe mid-August, like maybe this week here, I'll probably go ahead and do this monthly layout page for September, just because I like to see how things fall for my paydays, especially if you're paid on a bi-weekly scale, well, bi-weekly frequency. You're not paid on the same day every month, so it's good to kind of see how your bills are going to fall, especially when dealing with this last paycheck of the month, because essentially, because you're bi-weekly, some of the money for your last paycheck of the month may have to pay for stuff in the next month. So that is why I will go ahead and do my next month's layout like mid of the current month. So just another little tip, something that I do. And I think I may have mentioned that in the Budget Beginner series. I may have mentioned it there. So I've already got this laid out. So let's go ahead. I'm going to flip that over and push that to the side. We have our new crisp budget sheets here. I have not punched holes in them because I just haven't done it. I just haven't done it, but I will do it at some point. So goals for August. My first goal for August, which I try to make this a goal each and every month. We're going to say complete August savings challenges. And like I said, I make this kind of my top goal each month. And essentially this page where it has goals, intentions, considerations, and to-dos, this definitely does not encompass my whole life. I don't know if I've prefaced this before. This does not encompass everything in my life. This is strictly for finances. So this is going to be goals and intentions for finances, considerations, to-dos for finances. So my other goals are completely managed in another system. All right, so next goal, I'm going to put in make a decision regarding Naca. And what Naca is, if you do not know, I cannot remember what it stands for. It stands for National something something something. I'm not sure what the ACA, but I think the N stands for national. I'm pretty sure it's what it stands for. It is essentially a nonprofit organization that assists people with purchasing a home. It provides like down payment assistance, closing cost assistance, those kinds of things. And it's like this whole program. They have a Facebook group. You can also go to their website. You can search for different videos on YouTube. I found out about it from a coworker. She's actually currently in the program. And essentially there's like different things that you have to do in order to get to the point where they qualify you and say you're ready to buy a home. And then when you get ready to close on the home, you essentially don't have to put anything down, and you don't have to pay closing costs. Now you do have what they call a minimum funds required or something like that. It's like the minimum funds that you would have to pay for the process. And it just basically depends on your situation. It depends on like what your finances look like, and also I believe like the kind of home that you're buying, like the cost of the home. So I'm going through that process. The first step is to attend a workshop. It's free. You know, going through this process, it's free in a sense. You don't pay Naca anything. I think once you do finally get the house, you have to pay like a $25 membership fee, like a year or something like that. But essentially, the program is free. It's for profit. It's non for profit. So I'm considering going through this process in order to purchase a home. I'm not completely sold on it because I've heard some stories about it, and I'm sure I probably have people watching who probably have also heard stories about it. Just various different things, and kind of about people's experience with it, kind of how long that it takes. So why I put down my goal is, make a decision regarding Naca. I'm going to attend the workshop. I think the workshop is scheduled for the 14th this weekend. I'm going to attend the workshop, get some of my questions answered, because there's also some different little nuances and things to do with the program itself that I want questions answered. And if my questions are answered a certain way, then I'm not going to go through with the Naca process. I'm just going to stick to what my original plan was, to go through a traditional mortgage situation. But I'm going to get questions answered on Saturday, and then I will decide. So I'm going to put that down as a goal and sorry, you hear my dog barking, but I'm going to make a decision regarding Naca, whether that's a decision to do it or not to do it, whatever it is. So, and then my intention for the month of August is to prioritize and plan to ensure I finish year strong. And why I have this in August, because essentially we are now into the home stretch of the end of the year. And I just feel like when you get into that last inning, that home stretch, you know, if you kind of falter a little bit, stuff can just be a catastrophe. So I just want to kind of prioritize and plan and just really make sure that I end out this year strong and things go the way I want them to go. Although, you know, we don't control everything. Sometimes things happen, but I at least want to have contingencies in place, you know, all of that. So that essentially is my intention for this month. Now, as far as credit scores, my credit scores have not moved, and I don't know why, but because I've been paying down my car loan, and then I've been paying down the last credit card. But like I said, my credit scores have not moved. I don't know. I'm not racking up any new debt. I don't know, but they haven't moved. So we still are at 740 with Experian, 729 with TransUnion, and then 763 with Equifax. All right, so considerations for August. I want to plan for September birthdays. There's quite a few birthdays in September. I don't know if I spelled September right. September. Yeah. Plan for September birthdays. And then I also need to put in here, because we have decided to have a Halloween party. I have not been doing any holiday savings, because I had said that was the one thing that I was going to sacrifice in order to get my stuff together for home buying situations and paying off the rest of my debt. But a collective decision was made that we will be having a Halloween party. So I need to plan for that, which means I probably need to do a little bit more saving this month, and then in September, and probably for the first like week or two of October, to make sure that I have my portions for whatever the expenditures need to be. We will be reusing Halloween decorations. We will be reusing those from last year. It's just the expenditures and costs for the food and the different essentials that we'll need, such as firewood for the, not the bonfire, but I guess you could call it a bonfire, but not a bonfire, for the fire pit, which our fire pit is quite large, and it's probably the size of a fire bong. I don't know. But we need to purchase the accelerants and all that stuff, and for the torches, and I mean, just different little miscellaneous things that we do need to buy, because we will primarily be outdoors for it, on the patio with the gazebo and all of that, with the fire pit and the lights and, you know, all that stuff. So, and we do like little decorative things, like decorative foods and, you know, cakes and candy and different things. But it's not a large party. I don't want people to think that we're going to have a, you know, festival with and y'all see how I said because I don't want to say, you know, that C word on my video, but it's a very small circle of a situation. It's very immediate, and probably not even immediate family, but literally probably like the people that live in this home, and then like maybe their significant others, and that's probably really it. It's a very small circle. And we'll of course have masks again. We had masks last year, and we were all outside and social distance and all of that. It was fun. And we had the screen up outside and the projector, and we had classic Halloween movies, you know, playing and stuff, you know, Halloween and what's the other one with the Krueger guy? What is that? Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. So we just have like the classic Halloween movies. And I think last Halloween, I think we watched the Craft remake, because I think that came out like around the same time. So I think we watched like the Craft remake and, you know, some other stuff. But anyway, so we need to plan for, I need to plan for that and get that situation together to find out what all we're doing, so that we have a budget and can stay in budget and everybody contribute to the budgets of the Halloween party. But anyway, like I said, planning for September birthdays. I think I have three or four birthdays in September that I need to plot gifting for. So I'll have to figure that in somewhere. All right, then to-dos, I'm going to put on here, I need to contact FedLoan, not Feb. I need to contact FedLoan. Contact FedLoan, and I need to contact them because I know the forbearance situation is supposed to be over at the end of September, and payments are going to resume in October. If you did not know, I just finished my master's degree in May, so even if we weren't in forbearance, I would have had the 6-month grace period situation, which means that my payments would start in November. Yes, November. So I need to figure out what I need to do for that. And that's another question for the Naca people as well. Like, how does that factor in? And then I also wanted to contact just like some regular mortgage people to find out, like, because I know, like, depending on like your repayment plan, they count so much of it towards like your debt to income ratio, but it depends on like what repayment plan you're in. Like if you're on a graduated plan, income based, whatever. I don't know which plan I'm going to do because I just don't know. I have not contacted anyone. So really, before I contact FedLoan, I need to see what these Naca people are talking about, and then also need to contact maybe a couple of loan people to figure out what is the best situation as far as a repayment plan. But I want to get all that done this month because I don't want to be scrambling come September, October trying to figure out what I'm doing. So I need to do that, and then I need to contact FedLoan to do whatever I need to do. You know, if I need to consolidate them and set up this plan, or I just need to figure out what I'm doing. So I need to contact FedLoan. And then another to do, we're going to put the Naca workshop. That's a to-do. I'll be attending that this weekend. And then I also need to make my Q2 tax payment. My part-time job does not take taxes out. I'm a 1099 employee, so I have to pay my own taxes with that job. And the cadence that I set up was that I would pay it at the beginning of the quarter. So like for the first quarter, which was January, February, and March, I made my Q1 tax payment at the beginning of April. So that means for April, May, and June, I should have made the tax payment at the beginning of July. That didn't happen. I just completely forgot. I set the money aside because I set it aside each time I get a paycheck from them. It just goes into like another savings account that I have, I think at like Capital One or something stupid. I don't know. And then I just have to remember to go in and make the payment. So at the beginning of July, I did not make Q2's payment. So I need to go in, make Q2's payment. That way I don't go to jail. So set that up. I need to do that. And then I want to look into an IRA, particularly a Roth IRA. As far as retirement for me, I have 2 retirement vehicles. I have, well, you may consider 3, but I have 2. I have 2 retirement vehicles. I have a 401k through my job, which is like my official mega big one. And then my second one, I have a traditional IRA. I have not been contributing to that in like, I don't know, a year and a half. I don't know. I have not been, it's just sitting currently right now. Yeah, I just have not contributed any money to that. So it is just sitting currently, and I just don't know if I want to just continue with that one or if I want to open a Roth IRA. I don't know, but I'm going to look into that and see what I'm going to do. But I really prefer to have 2 different saving vehicles than just one. I don't want to just strictly rely on my 401k. I did want to have one other, and the IRA is it's going to be the way I'm going to go. And why I said 3, I have my stash account as well, but I'm not really 100% considering that a retirement vehicle. I really don't know at this point with stash and what I'm doing with that. I just continue to contribute my $60 every payday, and then they purchase the stocks that I have, you know, pre-planned out or whatever. So that one's just kind of going. I guess it could be considered a retirement vehicle. Don't know. But we are going to look into the IRA situation. So that's essentially what we got for August. All right, flipping over to the monthly income. we're gonna say full-time number 1, full-time number 2, part-time, and we don't need a number 1, number 2 for that because we only get 1 paycheck for that per month. Let me zoom in because y'all probably can't see nothing I'm doing. Part-time, and then we're gonna do online income. So the amount for my first paycheck was actually $2,094.52, and I was actually already paid on the 6th. Next paycheck is my second paycheck of the month for my full-time job. That one is $2,134.53, and that will be on 8/20. My part-time job, that one is going to be, I haven't gotten paid yet, but I know what it's going to be because I've seen the check stub. It is $1,140, and I actually paid on the 10th. This is the amount after I take out my taxes. So essentially, this is not what the paycheck is, but once I take out, like I said, the estimated amount of taxes that I calculate, and I think I calculated like a 22% rate or something like that. Once I take that out, and I just take out a straight dollar amount. So if it comes out to like $150 and, 78 cents, I just round it up to, the next dollar. So that's how I get the straight, zeroed out amount for the cents. So that is essentially what my take home is going to be after I set aside the tax amount. Online income, we are going to budget at our usual $300, and that I just put $831 because it's going to be an accumulated amount over the entire month. So let's go ahead and calculate. $2,094.52 plus $2,134.53 plus $1,140 plus $300. And I like to separate to know, because essentially these three are like predestined situations. But I mean, if I were to lose my job, I guess I wouldn't get paycheck number 2, but I've already got paycheck number 1. And then my part-time income, I could lose that at any moment, but this essentially is money I'm paid for work that I've already done. I'm paid monthly on this job, and when I am paid, I'm getting paid for the previous month of work. So I have already earned this, so that is guaranteed mine, or somebody's going to be sued. So total amount with everything is going to be $5,669.05. And then I also like to calculate without the online income because I just like to know. So minus 300, that is going to be $5,369.05. I just like to kind of know what's what in case, things don't go well for me as far as online income. I just like to know, what my guaranteed income looks like. All right, so let's move on to our monthly outgoing tracker. The monthly outgoing tracker has already been filled out because I figured it would be boring for you all to watch me fill that out. I have essentially laid out everything that is outgoing, right down to my stash, cash envelopes, my savings challenges, my sinking funds. Like literally everything is included on this sheet. So let us go ahead and calculate that up so we can see how much we have outgoing for the month. So we have $44.99 for gym, plus $60 for stash, plus $200 for half of my car note. Well, half of the, I guess, debt snowball amount for my car note. And then cash envelopes for my first paycheck will be $380. Xfinity is going to be at $68.85. Trupanion is going to be at $45.68. Allstate, my car insurance, will be at $133.67. T-Mobile phone bill is going to be at $175.15. The other half of my car note snowball situation, $200. Allstate again for my renter's insurance at $17.68. Regional 1 is a medical debt bill. That is going to be $25. Stash again will be another $60. MLG&W, I don't know the exact bill yet because I think it may have came and I haven't opened it yet. I don't know. But we are going to budget $200 for that. Cash envelopes, again, for my second paycheck is going to be $3.80. Amazon Music is $1.08. AT&T, we're going to budget $50. Citibank, which is my final credit card. This is the regular, like the minimum payment. I always pay more than this, but I like to factor in like the regular minimum payment at the end of the month, just in case something happens and I'm not able to make the debt snowball payment. I always like to know what is the minimum amount that I need to pay this month so it doesn't go into default. But I just like to know that, like I said, in case something happens. So $57 for that. Netflix is going to be at $19.70. Hulu is $13.13. Savings challenges. Now this is the total amount that I will put towards my savings challenge for the month of August. So that's going to be, and that's for the 2 savings challenges combined. So that's going to be $8.96. And then lastly, we have sinking funds, which my sinking funds are a total of $300 for the month. Okay, that brings our total to $3,327.93. That is what we have going as far as outgoing. Now, comparing that to income, we almost made it. We almost had a $2,000 month. Well, $2,000 leftover month. We almost had it. Well, no, did we have it? Oh shoot, y'all, we might have had it. Wait a minute. So with my income, this is without my online income. I'm not going to count online income in this. I'm just going to count what I know I'm getting. So I'll be getting $5,369.05 in income, guaranteed income pretty much. And then my expenses minus, my expenses are $3,327.93. Yo, we got a $2,000 month. I don't think I've had one of those before. I'm gonna have to go back and look at like my other monthly whatevers. I do not think I've had a what I was gonna have $2,000 potentially left over. I'm gonna write that down. I'm just gonna say estimated leftover is $2,041.12. I don't think, and I think what actually did it was I usually don't have months like this unless it's, I'm thinking about it now, I usually don't have months like this unless it's a magic month where I get 3 paychecks in a month. Yeah, that has never happened. And I think what happened was I really almost doubled my part-time income, because in the month of July I worked significantly more hours on my part-time job than I normally would, and then I got a couple of bonuses for like some performance stuff, like because I overperformed for the month of July and like all that kind of stuff. So I got some bonuses on top of that, plus I work a few extra hours than I normally would. So I think the fact that this check is significantly more than previous checks, I think that is really what pushed it over the edge. But we have a $2,000 leftover month. I'm psyched. I'm like completely psyched. But a good portion of that will be going towards debt snowball for my Citibank card, because I make lump sum payments on that one because I'm trying to get it paid down. And I really think I only have like 2 months left on that. I think once I make this month's payment for August, and then I think once I make September's payment, I think we will be done. Maybe 3 months. It may be August payment, September, and then October's payment, and then we'll be done with that card. We'll go more into detail on my debt snowball video. I'm going to do a debt snowball update for you all next week, and we'll talk more about that. But that is just having a $2,000 just left over. I just, like I said, I rarely ever see that unless it's like a magic month. All right, guys, so if you enjoyed this August budget setup video, definitely go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you do not miss any more of my videos. Thanks, guys. Peace.